All right. So, welcome back to the stream. So, tonight we're going to be diving into Reactor and we're going to look at designing some sounds from scratch. So, all right. So, hey, producers and sound designers, welcome back to the stream. Today we'll be building a generative Reactor bassline in Reactor. So, um, this kind of tool makes your tracks sound alive and really without having to click around with endless uh, MIDI notes. So, if you ever felt stuck writing bass lines or you want to write better bass lines, this is a perfect tool to break out of the box and really hone your creativity. So I'm going to start off with an 8-step sequencer. I've already got my version of Reactor open as a plugin. So we're going to use that to carve out a sound. So we're going to start off, we're going to open up. I've already got some modules in place. I'm going to open up and I'm going to bring in an 8-step sequencer. So I got an 8-step sequencer. And now I'm going to bring in a quantizer. We're going to try to get this sound going as quickly as we can, just to get something started. So I'm going to bring in a quantizer. Hmm. Okay, so we got one right there. And next, we're going to choose our waveform. So this is actually going to be the sound generation device of our entire sound. We've got a module in here that's our oscillator module. I'm going to change the sound source to a saw wave. So we're going to use a saw oscillator to get our initial sound. And this is classic for basses. So we're going to run it in low pass mode. Let's bring in a filter. So the filter is going to help us run it in low pass. So this is high pass. This is low pass. So I'm going to connect it up. So let's start patching. So the note in goes to the oscillator. Oscillator goes to filter. Filter to VCA. We're going to get this to work. We're going to also need a clock for timing. So there's something to time against our tempo information. So I'm going to actually reroute the pitch through the 8-step sequencer. Let's just see what we have. Okay, we got ourselves a basic sound. Now to make it a little bit better. I'm going to go ahead and pause it for a second. Reorganize our panel. Just going to reorganize the panel a little bit, and then we're going to So we're going to reorganize our panel. And there we go. We've tweaked in, we've dialed in our sound, we've got ourselves a bass line. We can use in our productions. So that's just the basics of starting that and using that to create. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to create a sample. So let's use the internal clock or external of Ableton. I'm going to go ahead and save my sound. Open up a new audio track, Command-Shift-T. So let's make it so that we can play this device in. And to do that, I'm going to add in an envelope. Actually, we're going to scratch that. So yeah, there we have it. We have our finished sound. I was going to add something, but I changed my mind on that. So we can go ahead and add some effects to this sound. Thinking some reverb. And there we go. I'm going to resave it. And we have our finished sound. And you can use that to play in notes. So let's hear it back. I am going to turn this down, see if we can play back what we have. Okay, that would require me turning back on the device. And then we can record in what we want. So we're going to simply hit record on our audio track and press record. Oh, that doesn't seem to be working. That's fine. We can do this instead. Just going to mute this. I'm going to convert this MIDI into audio. So I'm going to duplicate this. And we're going to freeze one of these. See if this will work. Okay. Then we'll flatten. Interesting. I think I know why it's not doing that. I think it's because let's double check. Oh, it is recording. Just really low, just really small waveform. So we push solo. So we can take that, we can loop it. And create a little loop out of this. We can test out some ideas with this. Now that it's audio, we can actually pitch it. Yeah, so hopefully you got the idea. If you want to go deeper with this into sound design and actually build instruments like this in Reactor, I do teach a complete system for music producers where for those who want to master sound design and modular synthesis, check out the link in the description to grab my sound design course and start creating your own unique signature sounds. So back to this, we're going to keep building. Thanks for hanging out with me, but I'm going to keep building just to build a little loop out of this. Feel free to stick around to watch that process. Let's find a little loop. Let's see how that sounds. add another little loop here. And there we go. We got a finished loop. Added a little bit of a pad here. So I'm going to convert some of this to a MIDI track. And what that's going to allow me to do is, let's see if it worked. Sometimes it's not perfect when it converts, but you can always try. So that one didn't exactly work the way I wanted it to. Let's try another way. Okay, so neither did that. So we're just going to play something in. Let's extract. Make sure it's in the correct key. We're going to change that note. It's going to decrease that velocity a bit. A little bit too piercing. Still loud. It's too much. Let's scratch that idea. I don't like it so much. Let's keep our main melody just basic for now. gonna add some arpeggiation here. Let's see what we can do. See if we can make it a little better. Okay. Oh. It's a little loud. Just need a limiter. Okay, so there we have it. Little groove. And there we have it. So hopefully you enjoyed the session and keep sound designing. I'll see you in the next live stream. Peace out.